Good day to everyone and welcome, Roozbeh Farhadi. And to the audience, I would like to introduce Roozbeh Farhadi, who is the candidate for the Liberal Party of Ontario for the MPP riding in Richmond Hill. So, Roozbeh, if you could go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience.
Thank you so much, Hosherdar. I really appreciate your time and thank you for this opportunity. Yes, my name is Roozbeh Farhadi. I'm the candidate for the Ontario Liberal Party, running to become MPP, Member of Provincial Parliament, here in my hometown of Richmond Hill. So I came with my family to Canada from Iran back in 1997 with my parents, younger brother and younger sister, and certainly great time to be here in Canada and go through quite a bit of growth. One of the great things, especially around here in Toronto, is a great Zoroastrian community. Um, I started high school here in Canada, continued my education from York University. I got my bachelor with honors in business administration. Later on, got my MBA, Master of Business Administration from Queen's University. And for the last 16 years, I've been in the financial industry. I've had the pleasure of also serving on the ZSO board for a number of years. And one of the things that I'm really proud of that I was able to accomplish during that period of time was actually help transform the website and some of the membership process that we've got. And it was, to be honest, very timely, unfortunately, right before the pandemic, but it enabled us, I think, to get online a little bit better, thanks to support of the community and obviously the board. Uh, I know we're going to have quite a bit of political conversations earlier on, but or a little bit later. But I'm also a bit of an avid traveler. Obviously, before the pandemic, and one of the best places that I visited right before the pandemic was with my wife. We visited India. My extended family as well. I've got a bit of a connection to Mumbai and Hosherdar. I know we were talking earlier on. Cafe New York, one of the best places and owned by family members. We had a chance to visit Mumbai, Delhi, the Golden Triangle, Goa, and it's one of the best trips that my wife and I have taken. And hopefully, soon after the pandemic, we'll get to go back and see it again.
Oh, yes, definitely. It's quite a remarkable journey, from immigrating from Iran and in Canada and graduating with an MBA from Queen's University and also have connections with Bombay, where I am originally from. And it's
That's
really good
awesome.
to know that the cafe is, in your family as well. So, moving on to my next question would be since you're the candidate, the MPP candidate, what inspired you to get into politics?
That is a great question. It goes back to 1999. I was a young boy, and there was a uh, lady from the Iranian community that was actually running to become the MPP in the riding of Willowdale. As a young boy, I walked into the campaign office and said, "This is interesting. How can I help?" And during that period of time, I had a chance to go door knocking, volunteer in a number of different capacities. And again, that's about 2 years after we immigrated to Canada. And that gave me a lot of opportunity to meet people and start understanding the political system. I was really curious to get a sense of how decisions are made, how politicians come up with ideas to improve their society, and that started to tickle my political curiosity. And ever since I've been involved, I have continued my being a volunteer for a number of years. I used to be the CFO and treasurer for the Richmond Hill PLA for a long period of time. We had an Iranian MPP and a minister. And then later on, I became the president of the Riding Association. And ever since, it's been a phenomenal journey to again get to know the process. I've had a chance to look at a couple of different political parties. What are some of the things that they do stand for? And I found the Liberals, the Ontario Liberals, match my values a lot more. And since the since Dr. Moradi, who was the previous MPP, decided that he won't be running, I stepped forward, went through the nomination process, and as of October became the official candidate for the Ontario Liberal Party here in Richmond Hill. And hopefully, after a successful election come June 2nd, I'll be able to become the first Zoroastrian MPP here as well, but more importantly, an MPP here in Richmond Hill to represent everyone and improve things.
Oh, yes, I would say that's a tremendous journey, I would say, from the start till where you are today. And for everyone listening, Roozbeh is the first Zoroastrian candidate in North America. So that is, I would say, quite a big achievement. So when we talk about Zoroastrianism, and as you said, your values aligned, how has your Zoroastrian values helped you in your political journey?
So I think when each of us have a look at how we're going to vote, political parties, one of the first things that we should have a look at is internally and the values that we believe in. One of the things that we have learned, is to ensure that we take care of our environment, taking care of our earth, water, air. It is in the studies, and as a young person, I remember vividly that taking care of our environment has been a study, and we're seeing climate change firsthand, the effects of climate change, I firmly believe the Ontario Liberal Party has done quite a bit and will continue to fight for environment. So that was one of the things. The other piece is to help and support our fellow humans. And one of the other reasons that I got into politics is to ensure that regardless of people's wealth, they have good access to education. I certainly had a good opportunity to go to school and become a good part of society. And I think ensuring that everyone has good access to education is really, really important for our future. And again, I believe that's very much in line with both my personal values and beliefs and the Ontario Liberal Party. The other thing that I truly believe in, and we talk about Asha, which coincidentally is also the name of my sister. It's that belief in sort of equality, the balance in the world. And, the positive side of me truly believes that regardless of what political background or what political view people have, they want to make things better. It's just the way they approach it or how they want to get there is different. So I think that law of Asha has given me a bit of a perspective to say, yes, I am viewing things in a certain way, but I do want to sit around a table with people with different views and have a look at our problems that we go through different lenses and have that discussion with others so that we can improve things. And that's the democracy and political system that right now in Canada we're experiencing.
Oh, I would say that is quite an impressive relation to your values as well. So thank you very much. Now, I would say moving on, could you share with us, I would say, challenges or hurdles that you face that, you overcame and that made you stronger in your political journey?
Life is full of challenges, and it's just about how we go through it. I certainly remember as a young boy, after immigrating to Canada, starting high school, it was an interesting period of time to figure out, the immigration process. High school for a lot of people is an interesting period of time, learning about themselves, learning about their growth. So that was a unique experience, and I don't necessarily call it a hurdle, but that immigration process, and I know a lot of people have experienced it, but it did help me look for ways to learn and grow. And aside from schooling and having an opportunity to interact with a diverse group of people here in Ontario, I also decided towards the end of my high school to in addition to my studies, to also join the Canadian Army as a reservist. So I spent 3 years in the Canadian Army Reserves, and that was an incredible opportunity for me to learn more about myself and also make incredible friends with, some of my best friends became from different countries, China, Vietnam. And again, that gave me an opportunity to truly become multicultural and see the great values and the contributions that different communities truly bring to Ontario and Canada.
Well, that is fantastic. Your journey and diversity is what makes Canada, and that is what is attracting a lot of people out here, and especially, from an immigrant moving, I would say that is a marvelous journey that you had. So, my next question would be, what message would you like to give young Zoroastrians, who would be interested in joining politics?
Well, the message I'll give every youth, and especially I'm honored to have during the last number of months and last couple of years as I've gone through this journey. I've had a number of young people join the campaign and help out. The main message is get involved. As we go through growing and contributing to our society, it is really, really important to get involved. Doesn't matter what political system, and explore it. But that involvement has such a important element of growth and development of skills. I remember after the first campaign that I volunteered again as a young boy, I gained so many skills to be able to just walk up to people and talk to them, and that was really, really useful. I find so again, get out there, volunteer, get engaged. Learn about this, how the political system works, because we need to be the change that we want to see. We are seeing around the world, our youth are fighting for things like climate change, equality, gender equality, and those are some of the things that our youth, our Zoroastrian youth, our communities need to get involved and have a huge impact. I'd welcome anyone to certainly reach out and join us during our journey here. But we have a provincial election coming up, and soon after that, we're going to have municipal elections coming up. So all it takes is connect with your local campaigns and get involved and see what it's all about. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yes, that is fantastic. Getting involved, I would say, is the first step moving forward. I would say people in Richmond Hill definitely, I would look forward to voting for Roozbeh. But Roozbeh, how can anybody else in the community help you? Definitely, they will, share this video as well. So how can, as you said, reach out to you, get involved, but how can they help you moving forward?
Thank you for that question. I would encourage everyone to visit my website, Farhadi.ca. That is F as Frank, ARHADI.ca. Couple of important ways. You mentioned sharing of the video so that others can get to know about our campaign and join in through the website. If you're interested in contributing financially to a campaign, I would really appreciate that. But more importantly, of any age, if you're interested in volunteering, you can also sign up to volunteer. And we have a very fun journey ahead of us, and we're going to be fighting for a lot of things that are important to all of us. Our education system, our healthcare system, fighting against climate change. And that's what this election is about. So would love to have everyone's support as we go through this. You can also connect with me through social media. Roozbeh for Richmond Hill is my Facebook and Instagram, and _ Roozbeh's Twitter page. But all of that information, all you need to remember is Farhadi.ca. You can have a look at all of that, and through that you can also connect with me as well.
Well, that is quite impressive, Roozbeh. So yes, thank you very much for your time. In closing, do you have any last message that you would like to give? I know 2nd of June 2022 are the elections. Yes, so that date people should mark in the calendar.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. First and foremost, again, the message is as we go through this upcoming election, the month of May, the period of month of May is going to be the election period. But yes, June 2nd is the date of the election. Hopefully, if you have the opportunity, come in, join in. Let's have a lot of fun during the campaign and help make this a successful one. But again, I'll go back to my earlier message. Our youth need to get involved. It's an opportunity for us to have a say about the change that we do want to see. It is about the next generation. So I hope to see a lot of youth. I hope to see our community engaged because it is an important election, and it is about their future. And again, I really thank you, Hosherdar, for your time and for all the assistance.
Oh, no problem, Roozbeh. It was, I would say, my pleasure to speak with you and interview you. And thank you very much.
Thank you.